Welcome to Success Path Academy. Following are the questions on weather and climate patterns. These cover weather tools, types of weather, clouds, seasons, climate zones, and how weather affects our lives. What is the study of weather called? Answer: meteorology. What tool measures temperature? Answer: thermometer. What tool measures wind speed? Answer: anemometer. What tool measures air pressure? Answer: barometer. What tool shows wind direction? Answer: weather vane. What is weather? Answer: the conditions in the atmosphere at a specific place and time. 1. What is climate? Answer: the average weather in an area over a long period of time. What is the main difference between weather and climate? Answer: weather is short-term, climate is long-term patterns. What do we call a scientist who studies weather? Answer: meteorologist. What are the 4 main seasons? Answer: spring, summer, fall, autumn, winter. In which season is it most likely to snow? Answer: winter. In which season do leaves usually fall from trees? Answer: fall, autumn. What do we call frozen water that falls from clouds? Answer: snow. What do we call water that falls from clouds as drops? Answer: rain. What do we call frozen rain that bounces when it hits the ground? Answer: hail. What is fog? Answer: a cloud that forms near the ground. What is a cloud? Answer: a collection of tiny water droplets or ice crystals in the air. What type of cloud is puffy and white, often seen on sunny days? Answer: cumulus. What type of cloud is thin and wispy, high in the sky? Answer: cirrus. What type of cloud is flat and gray, often bringing rain? Answer: stratus. What do we call a violent storm with strong winds and heavy rain? Answer: thunderstorm. What is a tornado? Answer: a spinning column of air that touches the ground. What is a hurricane? Answer: a large, powerful storm with strong winds and heavy rain, forming over warm ocean water. What is a drought? Answer: a long period with little or no rain. What is a flood? Answer: when water covers land that is usually dry. What do we call the blanket of air that surrounds Earth? Answer: atmosphere. What is the water cycle? Answer: the movement of water from Earth's surface to the air and back again. What is evaporation? Answer: when liquid water turns into water vapor. What is condensation? Answer: when water vapor cools and turns into liquid droplets. What is precipitation? Answer: water that falls from clouds as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. What is the main source of energy for weather on Earth? Answer: the sun. What do we call the process when plants release water vapor into the air? Answer: transpiration. What is humidity? Answer: the amount of water vapor in the air. What is a weather forecast? Answer: a prediction of future weather. What is a rain gauge used for? Answer: measuring how much rain has fallen. What is wind? Answer: moving air. What is a breeze? Answer: a gentle wind. What is the name for a very strong windstorm that forms over land? Answer: tornado. What is the name for a strong windstorm that forms over the ocean? Answer: hurricane. What is lightning? Answer: a flash of light caused by electricity in the atmosphere. 3. What is thunder? Answer: the sound made by lightning. What is a weather map? Answer: a map showing weather conditions for a certain area. What is the climate like in a desert? Answer: hot and dry. What is the climate like in a rainforest? Answer, warm and wet. What is the climate like in the Arctic? Answer, very cold and dry. What is the climate like in a temperate region? Answer, mild, with warm summers and cool winters. What is a monsoon? Answer, a seasonal wind bringing heavy rain. What is a blizzard? Answer, a severe snowstorm with strong winds. What is the hottest season of the year? Answer, summer. What is the coldest season of the year? Answer, winter. What is the main gas in the atmosphere? Answer, nitrogen. What is the second most common gas in the atmosphere? Answer, oxygen. What do we call the layer of the atmosphere closest to Earth? Answer, troposphere. What do we call the process of water vapor turning into liquid water? Answer, condensation. What do we call the process of liquid water turning into vapor? Answer, evaporation. What is a drought? Answer, a long period with little or no rain. What is a flood? Answer, too much water covering land. What is sleet? Answer, rain that freezes into ice pellets before hitting the ground. What is hail? Answer, balls of ice that fall from the sky during storms. What is the main difference between weather and climate? Answer, weather is day-to-day, climate is the average over many years. What is a thermometer used for? Answer, measuring temperature. What is a barometer used for? Answer, measuring air pressure. What is an anemometer used for? Answer, measuring wind speed. What is a weather vane used for? Answer, showing wind direction. What is a rain gauge used for? Answer, measuring rainfall. What is the water cycle also called? Answer, hydrologic cycle. What is the main cause of wind? Answer, differences in air pressure. What is a rainbow? Answer, an arc of colors formed when sunlight passes through raindrops. What is dew? Answer, water droplets that form on cool surfaces at night. What is frost? Answer, ice crystals that form on surfaces when it is cold. What is the main cause of seasons? Answer, the tilt of Earth's axis. What is the longest day of the year called? Answer, summer solstice. What is the shortest day of the year called? Answer, winter solstice. What is the time when day and night are equal called? Answer, equinox. What is the main climate near the equator? Answer, tropical. What is the main climate near the poles? Answer, polar. What is the main climate in the middle latitudes? Answer, temperate. What is a microclimate? Answer, the climate of a small, specific place. What is a weather front? Answer, the boundary between two air masses. What is a cold front? Answer, when a cold air mass pushes into a warm air mass. What is a warm front? Answer, when a warm air mass pushes into a cold air mass. What is a stationary front? Answer, when two air masses meet but don't move. What is a high-pressure system usually associated with? Answer, clear, sunny weather. What is a low-pressure system usually associated with? Answer, cloudy, rainy weather. What is the Beaufort scale used for? Answer, measuring wind strength. What is El Niño? Answer, a climate pattern with warmer ocean water in the Pacific. What is La Nina? Answer, a climate pattern with cooler ocean water in the Pacific. What is a weather satellite used for? Answer, observing weather from space. What is a weather balloon used for? Answer: measuring weather conditions high in the atmosphere. What is climate change? Answer: long-term changes in Earth's climate. What is global warming? Answer: the increase in Earth's average temperature. What is a rain shadow? Answer: a dry area on the downwind side of a mountain. What is a heat wave? Answer: a long period of very hot weather. What is a cold snap? Answer: a sudden period of very cold weather. What is the greenhouse effect? Answer: the warming of Earth's surface by gases in the atmosphere. What is the ozone layer? Answer: a layer in the atmosphere that protects us from the sun's harmful rays. What is a weather warning? Answer: an alert for dangerous weather conditions. What is a weather watch? Answer: an alert that dangerous weather might happen. What is a weather advisory? Answer: an alert for less severe weather conditions. Why is it important to know the weather forecast? Answer: to plan activities and stay safe.